What's good, everybody? Will Frazier, your credit and business expert here, bringing you 3 grant options that are quickly about to hit the deadline. So you need to make sure that you check these out, see if they apply to you, and apply quickly if they do. Because you don't want to miss the deadline and miss out on this free money and this free opportunity. Now, the last option that I'm going to give to you guys is going to be an option that applies to everybody. As you know, grants usually apply to certain people in certain situations or that live in certain places. But the last option is going to be for anybody. You don't even have to have a business already established, but you do have to be a U.S. citizen for the last one. So just make sure that you stay tuned for that one, but also check these other options out. See if they're for you. Make sure you listen to all the information. I'm just providing the information on a summary of these grants, but you can find all of the details on if you qualify or what you have to do to apply or to meet the qualifications in the actual websites, which I will link down below. So let's get started with this first option, which is actually from Home Depot. Now, this option has a deadline of December 31st. So that deadline is quickly approaching. At this moment, it's 2 days away. So if you need this grant, make sure that you are applying and listening so that you can apply very quickly. When it comes down to what this grant is about, the foundation offers grant awards up to $5,000 for 501c3 organizations. So basically, for a nonprofit, you do have to be recognized and in good standing with the IRS for a minimum of a year, or you can be a tax-exempt public service agency in the U.S. that are, as they say, using the power of volunteers to improve the community. Grants are given in the form of Home Depot gift cards for the purchase of tools, materials, or services, and are required to be completed within 6 months of the approval date. So if you get approved for this grant, it's up to $5,000, and they give it to you, the grant money, in the form of gift cards at Home Depot, because the purpose of these grants is right here. Home Depot Foundation works to improve the homes of U.S. veterans, support communities impacted by natural disasters, and train skilled tradespeople to fill the labor gap. The foundation has pledged to invest $500 million in veteran causes by 2025 through their efforts with the national nonprofit partners, Team Depot, and Veteran Housing Grants Program, which awards grants to nonprofit organizations for the construction or rehabilitation of permanent supportive housing for veterans. So that is what the cause is about. If you have questions or on more details about, if you qualify or whatnot, or if your project would be something that they would consider within the scope of what they're trying to do, you can see they have frequently asked questions right here. What organizations qualify for this grant program? What types of projects does the grant program support? So you can get that information right here on the website. So click the link below if you want more details on this Home Depot grant for about $5,000. Now, let's go check out the next grant. So this next grant is going to be for women only. Now, this is a $25,000 Amber grant for women. They're usually given out to multiple women. They actually give them out every month, and they announce the winner on the 23rd of the following month. So you have to apply, and then you'll see on the 23rd of the following month if you got approved. But the deadline on this is actually December 31st, and they give them out in increments of $10,000 per person. You can see here that today WomensNet carries on a tradition, proudly giving away at least $30,000 every month in Amber grant money in recognition of the diversity of businesses owned by women. They've also expanded their grant giving to include marketing grants, business category grants, as well as 2 $25,000 year-end grants, which is why you have the deadline on this particular grant for $25,000. But they do have other categories which they're giving out money every month, and that's the one that's really in the $10,000 increments. So you want to make sure that you check out the list of the grants and what they have to offer you and the qualifications for those grants and you can actually apply right here from the website, and you can see the application right here. It's very simple. They also give you some advice on the grant. You need to speak from the heart. Applying for the grant is easy. Don't try to sound corporate. Past grant winners are women who have simply shared from the heart. Our judges are looking for passion as well as business smarts. No business dream is too big or too small. Our past Amber Grant recipients have included everything from scientific inventors to bakers. What matters is you, the woman or woman behind the business. So basically what you're doing here is you're telling them about your business or business idea. So that means you don't necessarily have to have a business, but you have to have a business idea. And also tell us what you would do with the money if awarded the grant. Now, this particular grant, you do actually have to come up some money. So it's up to you if you want to pay that money or not. Again, I'm just providing the information on the grant that's available. So there's a standard $15 application fee payable via secure checkout, so you can pay for your application after you've submitted it. So with this option, again, you do have to pay $15 for the grant, but it's for an opportunity to try to win a $10,000 or even a $25,000 grant, depending on which one you're trying to get. But don't forget that the deadline is December 21st, so that is quickly approaching. Now let's go ahead and run to the next grant, which is a reminder of a grant that I had mentioned to you guys before. But the reason why I'm mentioning this one again is because a lot of you guys are trying to see grants that are available to mostly anybody, even if you may not have a business. Some of you guys may be trying to get a business started. This grant actually applies to people who have a business, but also to people that are just an individual. You may be trying to start a business. That's what this grant is for. It's $1,000, which is more than enough money to get a business started if that is your situation, or to have something to use for your business. This money would be a good option for it. You basically submit your information. You get a certain amount of entries based on sharing. They will give you a link that you can actually use to have other people to sign up for the grant, and if you do that, then you'll get extra entries in, as well as some other actions that you can take to try to go ahead and get this grant. Now the deadline on this one is December 30th, which with today being December 29th that I'm putting this video out, tomorrow is going to be the deadline. So you definitely want to jump on this. This is why I wanted to remind you about this, because it's $1,000. It's for anybody. You do have to be a US based citizen. You can be a person with a business or a person that does not have a business set up yet. So just keep that in mind, that with this one, you just submit entries to try to increase your chances of winning. And with this one, you can actually check to see what your chances of winning are after you've filled out the information and got your information in the system. Now, 10 people will receive $1,000 grants. And also, I think it's actually a little more than that now, because they've increased the pot of money that they have, and also 10 others could receive $1,000 in skip services. So you can get $1,000 in a grant, or you can get $1,000 in skip services, which skip helps you to secure more funding. They do charge a fee for their services, so you can get up to $1,000 in services to try to secure other grant money or other funds from other means from skip. So even if you're not just getting direct money, you can at least get assistance with getting funding, which can of course be more than $1,000. So this is something you need to jump on ASAP. Is for everybody that's in the US. Just submit your information before December 30th, and check your chances on winning the money, and do everything that you can to increase your entries. Now, with that being said, that is all of the grants that I have for you guys today. Make sure you are jumping on this, and make sure you go to the websites down in the description if you need more details on if you qualify for any of the grants that I mentioned. I thank you for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll see you guys next time.